Right, boys, we are in the big toilet bowl. Both of us are 1-6. Keegan and I, we've been just cruising the past few weeks, and frankly, I'm enjoying my time. 15-minute builds, nothing more. We got choice months because I want to make sure that we don't have to really think a lot about our choices. I'm kind of thinking about going with this, just off rip, Kilowattrel, getting a banded U-turn off, and just seeing what I can do with this. I feel like there's not much to it. Looks like a pretty fun team overall, and I don't know. Looks like a pretty interesting six. From here, though, with BBR, this is our last week, of course. We are definitely not making playoffs by any means, but this is going to give me time to break. I have so many things going on in life. Jobs with an S, looking into more jobs with another S. So just lots of stuff going on. Stuff before work, after work, during work, damn near. I've had to go home from lunch to do work, to come back to work. So it's a lot of stuff, and it's very exhausting, to be honest. So that's kind of what we're doing at this point. But good luck, have fun to Keegan. Feel like we're just both having a good time here. Nothing too crazy about it. He's got the Cyclizar, and I got to figure out this thing's speed tier. This is going to be a pretty cut and dry episode, I guess. Pretty cut and dry video. No cuts. Let's see. Cyclizar 121. Nah. I'm thinking we terrestrialize and click Bravebird, to be honest. I feel like that looks pretty awesome. So I think I'm gonna just do that. Shit. Let's get it. Kilowattrel, I haven't used before. This is banded with Terraflying Bravebird. So, you know, we're kind of cooking a little bit. They withdraw. Do they go into the... Oh, it's got to be the legendary. Yeah, this guy. I should have just terrestrialized, or no, I should have just U-turned, to be honest, and brought in something else. But that's A-okay. There's nothing much to it, I feel like. This is going to do like 10% at best. So, you know, it's no big deal. For Keegan, figuring out what I should do next turn. I feel like we don't really have a whole lot of in-betweens, which kind of sucks. We actually did a chunk. Wait. Holy shit. I kind of want to go hard out into this. I'm not gonna lie. I think that'd be kind of sick. And then maybe I can go hard out into that. There's also a Mew here, which has Dragon Claw. For the Mew, I randomized, and I got a couple shit moves. I got like Solar Beam and Blast Burn. So I randomized one more time, and this is what we ended up with. I kind of like Dragon Claw. It just looks sick. So I kind of just want to go into this and see what we can do, frankly. Scald looks really good into the back. I'm wondering what they do, though. This is kind of a mid-ground on my part because we aren't really calling out in immunity. They Draco. That's fine. Okay. I kind of just want to click Scald here and just get what's in the back, maybe. I feel like that could be kind of cool. And, you know, they're obviously low in terms of their special attack, so there's nothing much to that. They could stay in, they could Draco again, but then again, their special attack is going to be very, very low, and I feel like Azu looks really good into a team like this, especially with a move like Choice Scarf Liquidation, because their resist is, I guess, Cyclizar and Masquerada. We're going to click Spec Scald here. And we're going to do an absolute chunk. They could be lefties. Nah. So Scald looks really good here. I'm liking that play. And from there, we just kind of go. Nothing too crazy about it. Just kind of going to click buttons and see what happens. I feel like this league's, you know, I think we kind of fucked up with our draft. I think that's kind of where it went all wrong. I drafted a lot of comfort picks, but I feel like I drafted picks that just didn't really mesh together well. I really liked some of the mons. I liked Palmot in theory, in paper, but in practice, I didn't really use them well. Same with, I feel like Garchomp plus Glowking. Glowking, I just wanted to send off to a greener pastures. So that's, I think he's on John's team now, so that's cool. Other than that, though, like, just building was like 15 minutes a pop, so didn't really think about it. I did one mock, and that was against Owen, but we did lose that one. Kind of a bit of a tough game, but at the same time, like, it's not the end of the world. They take out Torliso and they bring in Nwama. I think these are all Leon players, if I'm not mistaken. That does nothing. Is this maybe AV? I kind of just want to click Scald here again. I'm pretty sure that they guessed or they calced that this is Specs. So that is good to know. Do they Draco again or do they Volt Switch? We do get a burn, which is nice. Let's see what happens. They Draco. That's pretty big. Okay. And from here, I think what I want to do is go out into probably the Roaring Moon and click a knockoff. If not, then I can always go into this. That's not really a choice. I think going out into one of these two is probably my best option of the bunch. Not exactly sure which one I want to do, though. I think I'll go into Azu, and we'll just kind of click a button. Nothing too crazy about it. Wish I was banned on Azu, but at the same time, it's no big deal. I think what I want to do is just click Play Rough. There really isn't that big of a switching, or, well, Knockoff's also really good. I don't want to calc. I'm thinking of just clicking Knockoff, I think. I think that's pretty okay. Because Terra Flying Choice Band, I mean, it did do a lot. I feel like Knockoff should do more. So I think I'm just going to click Knockoff here, and we'll go from there. Does not kill. Okay, we got rid of the AV. They're going to Volt Switch. That's okay. Didn't do a lot. They could go into the Meowscarada. That is a play that they can make. And from here, it's just in our best interest to make sure that that thing is chipped a little bit. We don't really have anything to necessarily chip it, but we do have some stuff to be able to take care of some other stuff. I feel like just going Garchomp and just sacking that, honestly, it doesn't seem half bad, and then maybe doubling out into Moltres. I think that's pretty good. We don't really have a use for the Garchomp otherwise, just because I feel like they have some good switch-ins in the back. So I'm going to use this as a chance to go out into this, and we'll see what happens. So they could triple axle, they could power gem, they could flower trick, they could knock off. I'm guessing they're going to be protective pads if I had to guess. But at the end of the day, like, that's not that big of a deal. Getting chip would be very nice through rough skin, but we can also just put some more pressure on other mons in the back with Moltres. They flower trick? Okay. And so we'll see what their item is here, if they are protective pads or not. They do a good chunk of damage. They are protective pads. Okay, good to know, good to know. I think from here what I want to do is click either Dragon Claw or Iron Head or Poison Jab. Earthquake is not terrible either. I think I click Dragon Claw here, and we'll see what happens. We're doing a ton of damage against the Meowscarada, and we are okay, we do get the Dragon Claw off. That's going to be really big for us. That's nice. They play rough. Okay, and that goes down. Cool. Oh, Flower Trick's not a... It's not a contact move. Well, the more you know. That's cool. Well, we got a lot of chip, and that means that our play roughs, our knockoffs, and so much other stuff is going to be awesome. And so I really like what we have going on here. I think what I want to do at this point is simply go out into this. I think this is Overgrow, just given that it didn't Terra Fairy. But either way, I'm just going to click U-turn. If they Sucker Punch, they Sucker Punch. And that would kind of suck, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. So, not too pressed. They have a Skeledirge at 50%. They have this at low. They have the Roaring Moon at low as well. And so, frankly, I feel like that's not the worst for us. We got some chip. All we need is something to be able to sweep. And I feel like this can low-key sweep. I feel like this can low-key sweep with Band. We also got the Banded Roaring Moon on deck. So the Clefairy, or the Clefable is not going to be like too big of an issue, I feel like. It might just be the Bronzong. Will you turn out? Nice, nice. And I feel like that's the fast mon. Um, there's obviously Cyclozar as well, but if I just go hard out into the Moltres, like what comes in? I feel like it's not much. I feel like it's just the that one guy in the back. I'm blanking on his name. The Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt. Now, what is our Moltres set? We are actually modest with max special attack, and then we also have max SPDF as well. But we don't have a boosting nature, and so I feel like that one mon in the back, the Raging Bolt, I feel like that can come in and it can do some damage to us. Torliso. Okay. Well, I think Hurricane here looks very, very nice. So I'm just going to click that. And we should be dealing enough to kill. We miss. Great. Okay. Well, they can't really do a whole lot to us. They slack off. All right. To be expected, I suppose. Hurricane comes out again, and let's see if it hits this time. I believe this would kill, but this is also probably max SPDF Skeledirge, given how much a Specs Skull did from Mew. But granted, it's like not stab, and it's also not super strong. If I'm not mistaken, a Hurricane should be doing more because it's base 160 for Scald. Hurricane would be it'd be 65 plus 110, which is more. Yeah, we do a good amount, and they do get confused. So let's see if this amounts to anything. They could Torch Song, they could Shadow Ball. I feel like they could Slack Off as well. They Hex. Okay. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage. And from here, that means that I can click Iron Head a lot more freely, knowing that the Skeledirge isn't in the back, like, ready to heal if, like, they sack a Mon off or something like that. Assuming that I hit this next one, because that is a very big assumption. Because 70%, I mean, let's think about it like this. Focus Blast has a 30% chance to miss. Same with Hurricane. And Scald, which has a 30% chance, which is actually 100% chance to burn, has that chance to burn. So frankly, you're always going to miss because it's the same odds as a Scald burn. So that's just something to note there. I'm wondering what they go into, though. I feel like they have to go into the Bolt, the Raging Bolt. If not, though, like, I'm not really sure what else they do. I could go Azu at this point, but Azu actually looks very, very nice. Like absolutely phenomenal. I wish I was banned on that, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Benrama. Okay. That is a Cyclozar, and I feel like they just got to click a button here. They simply have to. There isn't really much of another way about it. So I kind of just want to click Hurricane, and, if we hit, we hit. If we don't hit, then, so be it. We're fighting for a championship here, and I guess the championship would be the Toilet Bowl. So if we are... Is this normal? It's Fairy. Okay, checks out. I'm guessing they're going to Draco. But, yeah, if we can Hurricane, that's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal. They knock. They do quite a bit of damage, low-key. Okay, they get rid of Specs. They lose HP. Let's see if we can hit them. We miss. Okay, well, that's fine. I think at this point, I want to click Flamethrower. I feel like that's kind of nice. And from here, Brave Bird looks good. Supercell Slam looks really good as well. I feel like that's an awesome, awesome move to have. So, it's whatever. I'm not going to be pressed about it. They could Draco here. They could Hyper Voice. I'm wondering, like what actually kills on their side? Dragon Claw, maybe. Knockoff did quite a bit. The U-turn out. Okay, so something's getting chipped. This is getting healed, which may or may not be important. I'm not sure. And I'm wondering if they sack off the AVmon, the Raging Bolt. We'll see, though. We shall see. If they go into Clef, Like, they're taking good damage. If they go into Bronzong, they're taking good damage as well. There could be, like, weakness policy Trick Room, and in which that's, you know, if that's the case, then I'm fucked. Nuama. Okay, so they're going into this. Flamethrower comes out. Do we kill? We do. Okay, nice. Nice. So at this point, they can go Bronzong, they can go Clef, they can go back out into Cyclozar. I feel like either way, O'Brien. Is that the Clef? That's the Bronzong. Something tells me this is going to Trick Room up. And something tells me that I don't want to proc what this has. So I kind of want a U-turn or like Hurricane or something like that. Maybe I'm totally overthinking it. Maybe I'm completely overthinking it. But something tells me that I want to go into a different mon. I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. I mean, if they get me, they get me. I kind of just want a U-turn here, low-key. Because that did a decent amount of damage. Does that mean that it is going to be heat-proof Iron Defense Body Press? Because if so, that's going to be kind of scary. I'm just going to go out into this. If they Trick Room, they Trick Room. They Rock Slide. Okay. And at this point, I'm going to get off a U-turn, and I'm going to go into another mon now. I feel like that's pretty solid. We are banded, so we're getting the maximum amount of damage we possibly could. I think we're adamant as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, adamant banded. So our U-turn's going to do a really big chunk to this mon. Now, I guess the question is, what do we U-turn into? They revealed Rock Slide, so maybe it means that they aren't like a particular set. I think I'll just go out into the Moltres here. I feel like that's not half bad. And then from there, we can click Knockoff or something like that. They Body Press. Do we burn them? No. Now I click Flamethrower. Now I believe clicking Flamethrower is okay. And so I'm going to do that. It did 45, a Body Press. If they proc Weakness Policy, I feel like Azu still lives. It could be Heavy Slam, though. So I'm not too sure. It looks kind of defensive. I don't know. I'm not calcing this, so. Okay, it was Levitate. That makes sense. And especially for like a Scarf Chomp that I had in the back, like that could have been really scary in the end game. Now they have a Cyclozar, they have a Clefairy or Clefable, and that's it. So maybe we can pull through with this. Let's see. I just want to click Flamethrower here, honestly. I'm guessing they click Knockoff. They Terra Blast. Okay, checks out. I really don't want to calc this, but I feel like I should probably just calc it. Now, if this is Jolly, Terra Fairy, let's say they got Knockoff, they got U-Turn, they got a couple other things, and let's check out Kilowattrel. Let's check out Banded Kilowattrel. We got Brave Bird on deck. This is Choice Band. And we're also Terra Flying. We're going to be doing a ton of damage to this, which is great to see. What about Azumarill? How much HP do we have? We have 40 HP. And Cyclozar is Life Orb. Looks like it does do enough. And so I feel like Kilowattrel is honestly just the play. So I'm just going to go in and click Brave Bird. This should kill if they go into Clef and they start doing stuff. And so be it. But I think I just click Brave Bird here. Terra Flying Kilowattrel, dude. It's kind of sick. Kind of cool. So Figured that this mod would be able to put in some work just because of its speed and just what it brings in. I think that was kind of cool. But at the same time, we were just kind of balling a little bit. Keegan and I, we're bottom at the table, nothing too crazy. So we're just kind of showing what we got and just having fun with it, which I really like. But let's see. Brave Bird comes out. They got to go into the Clef. They do Matic. I think I used to be a Lyon fan back in the day. Like, that was my French team. That does so much fucking damage, dude. I'm gonna do that again. That looks really nice. And, hopefully we take it. But, back in the day, I was a Lyon fan. I liked that, when they had Lacazette. I liked when they had... Oh, I'm blanking on the striker. Oh, Gomes. I like when they had Gomes. Those were the days. Gonalon, if I'm not mistaken. I could just be making players up. But that was a fire team back in the day. I loved playing with them on FIFA. So I like the team that Keegan has in terms of the inspiration. I think we got to use more soccer teams as our names for Pokemon if they're gonna be inspired off of any sports. But GG's to Keegan. I think this kills. Okay, it does. We are gonna take it 3-0, Keegan. And we're battling out for the toilet bowl, but at the end of the day, like, we're both shit. So this game doesn't matter. We're both shit in this league, I should say. So Keegan, I've seen in other leagues. He is talented. I mean, we got people like Panther down here and stuff like that too. Like, we got some. I mean, frankly, playoffs should be bottom 8, instead of top 8. That's what I really think it should be. But at the end of the day, like, Keegan, Panther, there's D-Ray and stuff like that, and I like. It is what it is. We're not too crazy, and I bet one of the, somebody else is gonna fall down here too. Like, maybe not too far, but like John's fighting for 9th place and stuff. So like. I don't know. It's been a stacked league. It's been a fun league, even though we've been pretty horrible. But I don't think I've ever gone 2-6. Actually, once in BBL, week 8, I won to be 2-6, and I got relegated because that was my 8th league I was doing. That is a stupid idea. Never do 8 leagues, guys. But that's gonna be our BBR run. I mean, at least we got a win. We didn't get a trophy, though. But at the same time, it is what is. We got TGR, which is being uploaded relatively soon. And I got so many projects. Like, shit. Like, I'm still working with channels with, like, Joey's stuff. With Shady's stuff, too. Like, lots of awesome, great people. And so, for me, like, just being able to take a back seat to, like, doing content and like just helping other people out, that's awesome. And to me, I think that's what I'm going to be doing for at least the very, very near future, if not the long-term future. But still around Mons. But I think I need a break. I think I need a little bit of a break because life is a little bit of a tornado at this point. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed at least, trying to take something away, whether it's a learning experience or a little bit of enjoyment from BBR. And I'll see you guys whenever. Peace.